So it's been a while. I only post when I have something to talk about. I think it's just, for me, I just don't really feel like doing like filler content that I don't want to do. So I know my YouTube channel is probably never gonna grow because of that, but that's okay. But I do have something I want to talk about today, and that is that I tried every single Hero cosmetic product, so you don't have to, because I was super interested about the brand and I've tried everything. I was gonna put this up earlier, but then they launched their nose patch and I really wanted to try that, and I bet as soon as I post this, they'll tease another launch, but if I wait, brands are just constantly pumping out stuff and I just want to get this out there. Also, I do feel like I have to give a little disclaimer. I do have a video reviewing most of Coco Kind's products, not every single one, but most of them. And oh my god, some of the comments on there are so mean because people really don't like when you give criticism to a product. I think the line between company and like social media being has kind of blurred. Like a lot of companies, people feel like they are like the company is their friend. I don't know how to explain it, but they like feel, they don't want to like hurt the company's feelings or something. People were saying I was too harsh on some products, but here's the reality. $15 to $20, $10, that's a lot of money to spend on a product. Most of us are working normal jobs. If something's $10, to me, that's kind of a lot of money. The thing is that there's so many products on the market, you can be picky. I'm super picky with my products because if I don't like this one, then I'm gonna find a different one. So if I talk about one of your favorite products and I hate it, it's fine. Continue to use it. It means nothing. This is my skin, my life, my money. So if you really like it, that's great. Good for you. But if I don't like it, I'm allowed to say that I don't like it. So just to like give you a little bit of info about my skin, it's sensitive. I do suffer from perioral dermatitis. If you know, you know, not a fun time. So I do have to look out for certain ingredients, and also my skin is acne prone, but it's more hormonal acne, and then it's just like combination. So I don't know, I just feel like I have every concern going on all the time. Right now my skin looks really good. Let's get started. I wrote notes on my iPad because I got a lot to say, so I will put timestamps in the description so you can jump around if there's a certain product or collection that you that's the only thing you want to know about. That will be down below. I will link everything. I'll also link my shirt because it's super cute and it's on sale right now in Anthropologie. I love the green. I'm gonna start out with the Mighty Patches because I feel like that's the product that introduces people to Hero more often than not. So I will just start out with the OG patch. I don't have the box anymore. This is the first product that I tried from Hero, and this is a lifesaver. Zit creams don't really work for me, and I do use a different gel for all over, but I feel like that doesn't really work for spot treatments. This is where it's at. These are so lovely. If you've never used them before, you can put them on any acne. Typically it works the best on either whiteheads or acne that's kind of coming to the surface. Pop one of these on overnight, or I wear them to work too because I have to wear my mask, so I'll just pop them on my chin. And it sucks the gunk out of your zit. It's awesome. And also, if you have one of those zits that is kind of at the surface, but there's like, you know it's gonna be poppable at some point, but it's not ready yet, throw one of these on overnight and then the next day it'll be ready to pop. I don't know, man. I pop my zits, like I just can't freaking help it. I just like, sometimes you need to get the root out. I feel sometimes if I don't pop my zit, it'll just keep filling up. Like it won't go away until I pop it. So I'm a skin picker. Sorry. I know that these are supposed to help you not pick at your zits, but I still do it anyway. But this speeds up the process of getting rid of it. Cannot say enough good things about these. Let me give you some specs. All of these prices are from the Hero Cosmetics website. They are available in, I think, most Targets. So the pricing's a little different. Like I know for these, the pricing is lower at Target, but they come with less patches. So everything I'm gonna say is from their website. These are the original ones. It's a 36 count for $12.99. And this is the one that's recommended for nighttime. And then they also have an invisible patch. It's called the Mighty Patch Invisible Plus. 39 count for $17.99, and they kind of market this as the daytime acne patch. I wouldn't recommend those because the invisible ones aren't my favorite because the actual little dot, it's like a dot of the normal patch and then the outside is thinner and clearer so that you like can't see it, but you can still see it. And then the surface that it's pulling the gunk out isn't as big. and they're pricier, so I would just get the normal ones. Honestly, I wear these overnight all the time, and also if I was to wear this like on my forehead, I don't really care what people think anyway. Like regardless if you get the invisible or the normal, when the gunk is pulled out, you're gonna see it because it turns white on the sticker. So that just seems kind of like a dumb product to buy to me. Just get the original ones. And then the next one is the Mighty Patch Surface, and you get a 10 pack for $17.99, which I think is a great deal because these are huge. So I've already used quite a few of these, and oh my god, I had a breakout on my chin, and it was 3 like big hard whiteheads and then another like little straggler on my chin, and instead of putting 4 patches on, I just put on one of these guys. You can kind of see on this one too how the border on the outside is kind of clearer, so that part doesn't really pull anything from the face, but I mean still, it's a pretty, I literally put it on like this and it worked so well. I wore it overnight and it was super comfortable. I didn't really notice it, and yeah, it did work. So I really like this. Can't go wrong. It's the same exact formula as the normal patches. Something that I wish though that they would make would be a really big circle, because since it's so narrow and long, I felt like I couldn't like reach where I wanted to, so I wish they would have done a square, because that would be cool too. You'd get the same coverage from, you know, left to right, top to bottom. So hopefully they do something like that, or like yeah, like I said, a really big circle would be really nice. But these are awesome. Really love if you get like that acne in the hollow of your cheek. I get that. That'd be great. You could just strip it on there. These are really nice. And you get 10. I feel like that's a really good deal because I don't really have to reach for these that often. I've only used 2, 3. I think I've used 3 of them. They're gonna last you a while just because they are bigger. And then we'll talk about the nose patch, which recently came out. Oh my god. This is amazing. This was super easy to put on. I loved how comfortable it was because it does have these little like cutouts so it can like go sleekly on your nose, and I didn't even have like any breakouts on my nose. Like it didn't look too congested, but I was just like eager to try it. The gunk I keep saying gunk, I feel like I need another word, but that's what it is, it's just gunk. The shit it cleared off of my nose was fabulous. Fabulous. I love like looking at my zit sticker like after it's done pulling, and this was awesome. And I did have like a breakout right next to my nose because it does cover like a fair amount of the bridge, and it cleared that out. I mean, this was really impressive. I really, really like this. I don't think you'll be disappointed. Normal pore strips never really worked for me. They just like ripped the top layer of my skin off. This doesn't hurt your skin at all. It literally just pulls all of the oil and just yuckiness out. And then you're left with a really soft nose. I'm gonna do this. We have our wedding portraits. We're already married, but we're doing our wedding portraits on Sunday. I'm going to do one Saturday night so that my nose is just like beautiful. Makeup goes on top of your nose so much nicer after you've done this. Would really recommend. So these you get 10, just like the large strips, and they are $17.99. Another thing is that Hero has a really great loyalty program on their website, because I ordered most of the stuff on their website and I had enough points to redeem a $10 discount. So I only paid $7 for these, which is like crazy. So if you're ordering, definitely order through their website. It's way cheaper than at Target. Target hikes the price up by a good chunk. I'm so impressed. I'm always impressed when like a brand that has, like they only carry their brand has a good loyalty. So yeah, really like these a lot. Also, you do have to wear this overnight. My husband was gonna do it and he was so psyched, and I put it on and I was like, oh yeah, I don't think you're gonna like this, because it's very comfortable, but you can still feel it. Obviously you're putting like a whole strip over your nose. I didn't have an issue with it, but I knew he wouldn't like it. He was like, oh, what do you mean? And I said, you know, you have to wear this overnight. And he was like, I'm out. He thought he had to wear it for like 30 minutes. So it does say 6 to 8 hours, so I just slept with it on. I had no problems, but if you got like a texture thing, you know, you probably won't like it. All right, the next patch is not my favorite, and a lot of people swear by it, so maybe this is a polarizing one. This is the Mighty Patch Micropoint for blemishes. You get 6 for $12.99, and it says it's for early stage acne, like deeper cystic acne. I've used 4 of them. They don't do anything for me. They literally do nothing for me. They have these little micro points on it, and then you put it on the zit, the acne, whatever, and then you have to press it down for 30 seconds, and I guess that's supposed to get in deeper. I really didn't notice literally anything, so I would rather just let it come out a little bit and then put a normal sticker on it. So these, yeah, and the fact that it's $12.99 for 6, it's just a little pricey when the other ones just work so good. So these I was not a fan of, will not repurchase, and don't really recommend, but I have heard good things, so maybe it's just for different acne than I get. And then the final one is the Mighty Patch Micropoint for dark spots. These are also $12.99 for a 6 count. I still have them in the box and in this little thing. They do come sealed, and then you open it up and then they're in here. I've only used one of these, and it's the same thing. It's got that micropoint that you press down, and this is for brighter skin. So to fade acne marks or scars, stuff like that. So it does say that it claims to noticeably reduce dark spots, smooths uneven tone and texture, provides post-blemish moisture. These are kind of like a love-hate for me. I like I said, I only used it once. It really did fade. I had a really bad breakout on my cheek, and I had one really bad one here, and it was so dark and painful, and it just scarred really bad. And I will say it did lighten it quite a bit. I don't have a before and after because wasn't thinking. I do have a picture of the breakout while it was happening though. It was like pretty brutal for my skin. This patch definitely did fade the scarring and it looked really nice. However, it like ate the top layer of my skin. It literally just felt like somebody just took an eraser and like erased the top layer of my skin. So I wouldn't recommend, especially when the lightning one is so good, which I'll talk about next. That's the breakdown on all the Mighty Patches. And then I'll talk about the lightning one next. It's kind of in its own little category. So this is 0.34 ounces of product and it is $19.99. It is a dark spot brightening serum and you're supposed to use it twice a day. It has vitamin C, niacinamide, and tranexamic acid. So I was a little confused when you get this. It is a little roller ball, which I do like. And then it has this little button, and you press the button for the product to come out. Like I said, I did use it on this cheek acne. I get a lot of acne like behind my ears, and then I use it on my body, and it works so good. I was super impressed. I was a little skeptical on it, but I really love it. The texture is a little thick and kind of sticky, so I only use it at night, and by just using it once a day, I've seen great results. Yeah, I don't think you'll be disappointed if you try this, and it's got a lot of product on it. You only need a little bit. A little goes a long way. I usually click it 2 or 3 times, and that will do my entire face and any marks I have on my body. Really love this, and I'm super impressed, and this is super gentle. The micropoints seemed like they were a little harsh, but this serum, very, very gentle. So let's move on to the Blemish Balm. There are 2 different options. So I got this one in a little set. So it's the normal post-blemish recovery balm. It's the mini because I got it in a gift set. This is the normal size though. This is the Rescue Balm with Red Correct color correcting green cream. So this is the full size, and both in the full size are $12.99. And a quote from their website, it says, "It's inspired by First Aid Ointment. Rescue Balm replenishes skin with powerful antioxidants and peptides." And then the corrector just adds the skin replenishing color corrector. Okay. At first, I really hated the Rescue Balm. It's very thick, and I do actually use First Aid Ointment. I use Neosporin on my skin a lot, even on my acne, because again, if I pick at my acne, then it turns from, you know, a blemish into a cut with a scab. So I am a frequent user of Neosporin on my face. This is a very, very thick consistency. Again, would not want to wear it during the day, but at night it does a good job. I don't like this on as a post-blemish recovery cream if my acne didn't like scab, if that makes sense. That's when I like to use this. I don't like to use it like once a zit is that it's like tail end. I don't really feel like it does anything. I don't know if I'll repurchase this. We'll see. But I am enjoying using it for that reason. I'll probably just switch over to Neosporin again once I'm done with this little guy. And then the color correcting cream. So I have a lot of thoughts. First of all, when it comes out of the tube, it's separated. It's like the cream and the oil has separated in the tube, and if I shake it, if I like roll it around, nothing really helps. It's always separated. Very different consistency to the original balm, and it is a color correcting cream. So when I first heard of this, I thought it was gonna just be like come out green, and then you could put makeup on top of it. However, it comes out green, and then once you rub it in, it turns into a tan color. We've seen this gimmick before. Brands always like to say that it's so like innovative, like you put it on green and then it turns to your skin color. Like, yeah, we've seen that since the 90s. Like, it's not crazy. Like, it's like that lip balm that like is green, but when you put it on, it's red. Oh my god. Like, people lose their minds over that. I'm like, this is not new technology, but thanks. My problem with this is that they market this as like a CC cream. I'm gonna put in some footage from their stories, from their reels, and also I commented and I said like, this is way too dark for my skin. I'm a very pale individual. This is extremely dark on my skin. I would not be able to wear this alone. I have worn it under makeup and I like that. I have to lighten it up with my concealer and it's nice. However, this would also not work on a person of color. It would be way too light. Like, this is only made for a very specific person. My husband is Asian and I think this would be too light for his skin. And he's nowhere near the darkest person on this planet. So I don't know who this is made for. White people who can tan, that's who this is made for. In their reels and their stories, they squeeze out so much of this onto their face and they rub it into their entire face as if it's a CC cream. And so when I commented that and I said, this is an awful shade, I don't remember what I said, but something like that. They said, oh, well, we recommend applying a rice-sized amount, a grain of rice-sized amount to your face and tap it in. And I was like, well, that is not how you're promoting this product. I'm sure some people love it. They showed a lot of people with rosacea using this, so if it's great for you, great. But also, why would you want to put a rescue balm, something that they market as an antibacterial cream, on your entire face? Like, wouldn't that break you out? Wouldn't that clog your pores? Don't you think? Like, I don't know why you would want to put a rescue balm on your entire face. That would feel so thick and yucky. I don't understand this product. I don't understand the marketing, and I really just don't like it. So that's my little sassy comment for that one. All right, so let's get into the Clear Collective collection. So I bought everything in a bundle because it was way cheaper, and I bought this during Black Friday sale, so it was even cheaper than that. Like, it was a really good deal. If you want to get the bundle of all three off of their website, it's $35. I'll start with the wash. It's the Exfoliating Jelly Cleanser. So this is meant to smooth pores, balance oil, and fortify the microbiome. Let's go. Okay, my camera was overheating. And I said, girl, me too, so ponytail for the rest of the video. I've used pretty much like exactly half of this. I am a very, very picky woman. Picky lady with my cleansers. Because cleansers are the #1 thing that can trigger my perioral dermatitis. Because a lot of them have a chemical called sodium lauryl sulfate, which is my trigger chemical, which is for most people with dermatitis, but I still try them. Thankfully, my dermatitis now is at a point where if it does flare because of a chemical, it's not an outright disaster. This does not have sodium lauryl sulfate in it. However, even if something doesn't have that in, it can still trigger for me. I love this. I am so peeved with my cleansers. My ride or die is the La Roche-Posay Toleriane Foaming Cleanser. I used 3 or 4 bottles of that last year. I have one on my counter, one at my shower. That will never leave my side. It's really amazing. This is also really amazing. This is gonna be a repeat for me. I definitely am gonna purchase this again, so it's nice to have 2 that I can kind of trust in now. The texture of this is very interesting. It's like this, you see that? It's like this thick gel. It's a jelly, and I don't know, but there's also like a liquid in there. So that's the one downside, is that am I supposed to shake it? Oh shoot, no, I did that before and then foam came out. It's a very, I don't know how to explain it. It's just a very interesting, if you know, you know, sort of thing. So if you shake it, it'll just come out puffy. And then sometimes you just get like water, but most of the time I get the gel. It's like these little like jelly things. I don't know how to explain it. It's so unlike anything I've ever used before. However, the exfoliation is so gentle and so beautiful. I probably use this about like 3 times a week and only at night. I probably could use this more. I just don't want to overdo it with my skin. This is a very, very, very gentle, beautiful exfoliation. The next day, I feel like my skin is just brighter, glowier. I never understood when people were like, I wake up and my skin is like glowing. I was like, shut the fuck up. I don't that doesn't happen. This makes it happen, girl. So if you buy this by itself, it's $12.99. It's really, really good. If you're sensitive and you want to try an exfoliating cleanser, this would definitely be my recommendation. I don't really love to use exfoliating like physical exfoliants or any like exfoliating masks, whether they're chemical or physical, kind of over like applying like lactic acid, stuff like that straight to my face. It does give good results, but it's just so intense that it can kind of like screw up my microbiome a little bit. So something like this is very gentle, has been my jam. And then her sister is the Balancing Capsule Toner, and I haven't used as much of this purely because I forget I have it, because I put it in my drawer. I have to put it in my medicine cabinet, but I have been using it more often this week and it's very, very nice. I'm usually not a toner person because again, they can be exfoliating and I feel like they just rip my skin off. This says that it draws moisture into multiple layers of your skin with 8 types of hyaluronic acid, which we love. Fights shine, tightens pores, hydrates, and calms. And I feel like it does all of those things. It's a little miracle worker. It does fight your shine for some reason. It gets rid of oil and makes your like pores smaller, but it also nourishes your skin and it feels like it's like really putting hydration back. Very rarely does a product do that for me, and that's exactly what I need for my combination skin. I need something that's calm, that's not going to irritate the shit out of it, and I need something that's going to calm the oil. I live in Hawaii, so ever since being here I've been an oily girl. I used to be a dry girl, now I'm an oily girl. And this too, you can kind of see in there, it has, you can tell like those encapsulated jellies are in this too. And I believe, yeah, these are oil capsules. I will wash my face and then once it's still damp, I press it in. I used to be, you know, with a little pad, but I press this one in. And that's another thing, usually with toners, when I press them in, I feel like they're sticky or like they're just goopy or they're too liquidy and they're running down my face. This has a really nice consistency, like it is liquidy, but because of those jellies, it has some hold to it and it's a pleasant experience putting this on my face. So yeah, and this is also $12.99 if you purchase it alone. And then the last one in this little collection is the Clear Collective Clarifying Prebiotic. Yeah, Clarifying Prebiotic Moisturizer. Moisturizers are the #2 product that will enrage my dermatitis. I've had to give away many a moisturizer because they just aggravate my skin. I'm almost out of this, as you can tell. There's not a lot left in here. This is freaking amazing. Everything in the Clear Collective trio, no fragrances that I can smell. A lot of the other products do, which I'll talk about, but that's probably why I am so drawn to these. I feel like fragrance is a real irritator on my skin, and I love that there's no fragrance. It doesn't smell bad, it just kind of is a neutral smell. It comes out as, it looks like a cream, it's like a white lotion, but it really rubs in like a gel. It rubs in really nicely. It's super thin. I use this morning and night because, like I said, I don't like to wear anything thick in the morning, and this has been really awesome. Makeup goes over it great, sunscreen goes over it great. Everything in that collection is $12.99, but like I said, you can buy it for $35, which is a great deal in my opinion. Yeah, these 3 are the shining stars. I would have to say that these are my favorite products from Hero Cosmetics. Like, these might even beat the Zit Sticker. Like, the Zit Sticker is good, but the fact that I found a cleanser, a toner, and a moisturizer that don't aggravate my perioral dermatitis and I enjoy using, you can't beat that. So now I'm going to talk about the Brave Body Routine. So the bundle price, if you buy all 4, is $51. Otherwise, they are all $14.99 per item. So the first one I'm going to talk about is the Brave Body Power Wash. I'm holding it like this, so again, you can see how much I've used. It is almost gone. And this is for body acne. This whole line is, which I really love because I feel like it's something that doesn't get enough products. And the way you need to treat body acne is a lot different than face. And I break out on my chest and my back quite a bit due to living in Hawaii. You sweat more. And even if you're showering every day, twice a day, it's not gonna cut it sometimes. So the Brave Body Power Wash unclogs pores, cleanses and exfoliates, and revitalizes skin. And the key ingredients in this are PHA I don't know what that is. Silver malachite and copper. I really do enjoy this body wash. I'm usually a bar soap kind of gal though, so I don't think I'll repurchase this. Bar soaps are definitely more gentle on the skin in general. So I don't know if this was working well just because it is a body wash, because my husband uses the Method body wash that smells a lot like this, and I feel like I got kind of the same results, and the Method one foams more, which I love. I love a good foamy wash. The smell of this line is what is gonna make me not repurchase this, because I do enjoy this and it lasted me a really long time. At first I was kind of upset because I was like, this ball's so freaking small, like it's not gonna last a long time, but it's lasted almost 2 months. So I feel like that's a pretty good amount of use for like how kind of small it is. If you purchase it, you will like it. It is heavily fragranced. I don't think it'll change your life. So it's kind of one of those, like, if you want to buy it, go for it. You won't be disappointed. But if you're on the fence, maybe save your money. And then the next one is the Brave Body Deep Scrub. Resurfaces and softens with sugar, charcoal, malachite, and copper. As you can see, I've killed this thing. There's hardly any left in there. It does say that you're supposed to use this once a week. However, I have keratosis pilaris. I have a lot of cool, fun skin things. Again, my arms are looking very nice. As of late, they're really red and bumpy because the excess keratin kind of builds up under the skin and clogs the follicle. This worked very, very nice. It's a very, very nice, thin sugar, like it's very fine scrub, which I enjoy. However, I don't use a scrub weekly. I use one almost every time I'm in the shower, probably every other time I shower. So this, I feel like I went through it really fast. This only lasted me a couple of weeks. And if I want to purchase it in person at Target, it's like 18 bucks, and that's just a little pricey. Comes down to that. I actually don't even think I'll rebuy it for $14.99. I think there are other scrubs out there, like the Shea Moisture scrubs are very, very good, and they're like $8 or something. And I really like those, and they seem to last longer. And I also felt like I just needed a lot of this. I feel like the sugars kind of rubbed away fast, so it did yield really good results, and I really did like it. The only downside is I had to use a lot of it. The smell, I don't know why they're putting fragrance. Why do fragrance doesn't add anything, and this smell is like very jarring. It's a more masculine smell, like a more cologne-y smell, but it's very strong. So if you're sensitive to smells, I wouldn't pick this up. It's very strong. This is the Body Brave Once Over Toner. This is for body acne. I hate this. I have used a decent amount of it. As you can see here, doesn't seem like I've used a lot, but that's quite a bit for, sprays. This is one of those products that I keep trying, hoping for different results. I'm not gonna like it, ever. I even used it today and I had to like wipe myself off. I put it on after the shower. It says it's a post-shower mist, which helps keep your oil and bacteria in check. This is so itchy. It's like itchy and it kind of hurts my skin. And the fragrance, oh my God. Yuck, yucky. It's so smelly. And after it dries down, you can feel it. You can feel like you have something on your skin. The cocoa kind, they have a raspberry vinegar spray, which does the same thing. It does smell like vinegar, but when it dries down, you can't smell it at all. And when it dries down, you're not left with this thick film on your body. That's how I feel after I put this on. It's a very like thick layer and it's sticky. Like I press it on my hand and my hair is getting like stuck to my back. This is a no. This is a real miss, and I feel like this has a potential to be a really good product. If you use a body mist for bacteria, please let me know, because I do want to try one. And the final product in the Brave Body collection is the Mineral Melt, and this I really enjoyed the results of, let me say that. It's a very thick cream. Again, I use this overnight and I feel like it's soothed my arms a lot. The texture has gone down. The smell is why I won't be repurchasing this. If you're not sensitive to smells, you will enjoy this. This is a great product. However, if you are sensitive to smells, I would recommend this CeraVe moisturizer. It also works very, very well. It's kind of a thinner formula and there's no fragrance. Yeah, they both just really make your skin smooth and soft, and I only use this on my arms. If I use this on my whole body, I would go through it way too fast. All right, on to more products that I do not like. So this is the Force Shield collection. You can either get the Balance Duo, which is these two, for $23, or you can get the Daily Defense Trio bundle, which is all three of these, for $41. Each of these are $12.99, and then the sunscreen is $19.99. I'll talk about the Superfuel serum stick first. This smells better though, it's peppermint. However, I should have read about it and known that it was peppermint. Any essential oils in skincare instantly breaks me out, and I usually just don't enjoy. This is marketed as just kind of like a pick-me-up. It says to smooth over freshly cleansed and toned skin. That's weird because on their stories they show people like taking down their mask, putting it on, and then putting it back on. But I have used this on my clean skin. I just don't like products that you like, I don't know, rub. I mean, I guess the lightning wand, that didn't freak me out as much though, because it like holds the product and then you pump it out. Like a stick that just you go put on your skin, it just seems gross. And their CEO, I believe, said that she made this to fight maskne. So it's weird that this was like inspired by COVID times, and then it's just like open to germs and like bacteria right on there. I don't know. This breaks my skin out. It's itchy and it doesn't dry down. It's like a weird solid oil that you rub on your skin, and it's not good. It's so like, feels so thick, feels so oily. I don't feel like it gives any like good benefits to the skin. You would be definitely fine to skip this. There's a lot of other serums that work better. The Cocokind Vitamin C serum is my absolute favorite. It was like one of those like dry oils, you know? It was like I put it on and it was super oily, and then when it dried down, it wasn't really dry, it was just more of a dry oil, and my face just felt thick. I was like, I cannot imagine putting a mask on over this. And then the duo of that is the Supercharged Reset Mist. So this one is just like the on-the-go touch-up mister. It has a beautiful spray. I will give it that. And this actually does smell good. Maybe I should use this for my body. This smells delightful. It's not overbearing peppermint, and it doesn't smell artificial. The Brave Body collection smells extremely artificially fragranced, and I think that's why I don't like it as much. I don't have a problem with fragrance. Like, this is like a very nice light minty smell. The stick is very heavily peppermint. This is very light, and I enjoy it. So I'm not like anti like fragrance. It just has to be the right type of fragrance. This broke me out. Ooh, bummer. And it also irritated the dermatitis / eczema that my eyelids are prone to. So I can't use it on my face. I am gonna try it out on my body though, because I just sprayed it on my body. Ooh, now that it's dry, it is a little tacky. It's a little sticky. Yeah, my fingers now feel a little yucky. Let's end this on a high note. Their shining star, the ride or die. This is their Force Shield Superlight Sunscreen Broad Spectrum SPF 30. This is a mineral sunscreen, zinc oxide of 17.53%. I'm almost finished with this tube. I already have a backup in my bathroom. Really love. See, this is how they did a green tint in a good way. They did this one right. This has a green tint. However, when you spread it out, it doesn't turn into a different color. It's just a light sheer green tint, which I do enjoy because I do have redness. So it smooths that out a bit. I wasn't sure how I liked the pump on a tube at first, but it works good. I would prefer it to be a squeezy tube, but this is fine. Also, the cap, kind of dumb because it gets sunscreen all over it, and now it's all foggy and gross, but that's just, it doesn't matter that much. It's a really, really nice sunscreen. I typically gravitate towards chemical sunscreens because mineral sunscreens can feel super heavy on my face, and I hate, if you haven't been able to tell through this long ass video, I hate when things feel heavy on my face. This feels super light. Love it. Very comparable to some of the chemical sunscreens that I've used. Does not pill up. Wears beautifully under makeup. I'm wearing it today under full face of makeup. I use this on my chest, on my shoulders. Oh my god, yeah, that is sticky. Okay, we're done. We're breaking up because this is so sticky. Ew, I'm gonna have to like go rinse off after this. Very, very nice sunscreen. In my holy grails. I've tried a lot of sunscreens. Your girl lives in Hawaii, and your girl is very, very fair. So I'm a sunscreen queen. And this passes the vibe check. This works really, really well. 10 out of 10 product. You will not regret this. Protect your skin. Don't get skin cancer. Okay, hi, editing me. Of course, they decided to launch a new product in Target. It's not on their website yet, but it is in Target for $19.99. These are the lightning swipe. They're kind of like little brightening pads. So these are for your entire face rather than just spot treatments. So far, I've been really liking them. I've been using them for about a week, so not too long, but my first impression is that they're really nice, not irritating, and more gentle than the spot treatment because it's for your entire face instead of a targeted area. But yeah, just wanted to pop in and show you these. Otherwise, back to the video. Okay, so that is every single product from Hero Cosmetics reviewed in one video by yours truly. Again, these are my personal opinions. If you like these sprays, if you like that lotion, that's awesome. Good for you. Let me know down below in a very nice, civilized way why you like it, because the more opinions, the better. Overall, I do really love the brand. Like I said, the zit stickers, the surface patch, the nose patch, the entire clear collective, and the sunscreen and the lightning wand are all holy grails now. I will always repurchase them. So I'd say we're about at a 50-50 split of absolutely love and absolutely despise. So that's it for me. I'm gonna go because I'm sure this is like a million years long. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time, whenever that is.